Welcome everyone to this new series where I will explain how things we use and see every day works. To start off the series, we will go over how refrigerators and freezers work, including some thermodynamic and gas principles, and why freezers are colder than fridges. Starting off with a basic principle of a fridge, all it does is remove the heat from the inside and deposit it outside. Although it feels like it, the fridge isn't blowing in cold air, it's just sucking out the hot air, making it feel cold inside, or the lack of heat. Another principle to note is that when a gas is pressurized, its temperature also goes up, and when a gas expands, its temperature drops. And the last relevant principle is a simple one. Heat energy always flows from something hotter to something colder according to the second law of thermodynamics. That's why an ice cube always melts under the sun and does not get colder. And with that out of the way, let's go over how the fridge actually works. Every fridge has a substance called a refrigerant, which is something that is great at absorbing heat and can easily switch between a gas and liquid. The refrigerant, in its gas form, is first compressed through a compressor at the bottom of the fridge, heating it up. This heated gas is then passed through some condenser coils at the back of the fridge, cooling the gas in the process. This is possible because the hot gas is actually warmer than the room temperature after being compressed, and so the heat flows from the hotter gas into the cooler room. This is also why the back of the fridges are very warm. As the heat is dissipated, the hot pressurized gas turns into a cooler pressurized liquid, which flows into the expansion valve near the top of the fridge. This quickly depressurizes the liquid, causing it to expand and cool down, and because the liquid molecules are moving further apart, it actually transitions back into a gas. This cooled gas sits at a chilly -32 degrees and is then transported back into the fridge to cool the things inside. Because of how cold it is and how well refrigerants are at absorbing heat, the heat energy from the foods are quickly sucked away by the refrigerants flowing inside the fridge, giving us a cold fridge. This gas flows back into the compressor to start the cycle again. So then how is the freezer so much colder? The expansion valve is actually near the freezer, so all of this cold gas originates from the freezer, making it much colder. Furthermore, only a fraction of the cold gas is funneled into the fridge, leaving more cold gas for the freezer. Thicker insulation walls also help to keep the freezer cool to store foods at -18 degrees, while foods in a fridge only need to be at 3 degrees. And there we have it. Fridges work by pumping cold refrigerant from the inside the fridge to the outside, as they transfer the heat from inside to the outside. It's not really about adding cold air into the fridge, it's more so removing heat from the inside to outside. Freezers are much colder because more of this cold gas is focused there instead of the fridge. I hope that y'all have learned something interesting today. Thank you for watching, and stay hydrated!